Hello, everyone. My name is Danielle. I am an intuitive oracle card reader, Reiki master, and sound bowl practitioner. And I'm just here today to give you some updates on the energy themes expected for the collective for this May 2025. So, the very first theme we have for May is leaning into integrity with yourself. This will look like setting boundaries, trusting your decisions, taking time to reflect on what's going on within yourself, what's happening for you emotionally, and why you have responded in ways that you have in certain situations, as well as telling the truth. To elaborate on some of these themes, such as telling the truth, which at first can seem a little confusing, it's talking about getting very, very honest with ourselves and seeing and recognizing where we have picked up some people pleasing tendencies or taken on responsibilities in places where we felt a sense of duty that no longer aligns with us. So this could look like having to set boundaries with ourselves on how much energy we'll give out to others. And when we're looking at the energy that we're giving out to others, we're looking at if what we're doing is something that brings us joy or if it's something we feel like out of duty or out of respect for that relationship. We will put our needs and what we are feeling energetically capable of aside so that we can take away or help this loved one of ours get through their tough time. So it's really calling on us to see if we are doing this out of a sense of feeling like there is no choice, there is no option, is simply the right thing to do or the thing that you are responsible for, and seeing it from another perspective of perhaps this is not something you actually do need to be taking on. So, this is your time to really get in discernment with yourself and see where there are such things where you are of service to others and agree to things that are serving you and are aligned with you versus some agreements that you've made and make more out of habit and routine and out of a sense of duty. This is where the time of reflection comes in strongly so that you can really see and know and feel in your body what things need to be released and what things are serving you and can stay, or just need to be slightly altered or changed so that it serves everyone in the connection better. And when we come from this place of having reflected and know that we are just living in our truth and being honest with ourselves and speaking up that truth to others in our life, we can trust our decisions that we've made, knowing that they were made in integrity with what we were needing and what was aligned with us, while also learning to set boundaries with how much we give and what is actually in alignment with us to be giving. This brings us on to the second theme, which is allowing in more pleasure. This is a time to get connected with that childhood dream or that passion that you haven't been able to take action on. If you felt like you've been procrastinating at any point of your life or in any area of your life for it could be the last few months, the last few weeks, or even the last few decades, this is the month where it's really going to get hard to ignore that urge to go towards it. It's just really, really calling on you to let your passions take flight, surrender to joy, and to surrender to what just feels good and makes you feel lighter and happier in your life. There are hard themes coming through this month, but it does not mean that we cannot find moments of joy and gratitude and moments of peace. And some of the guidance that has come through to help support yourselves during this month is to really embrace this one, the allowing in more pleasure, and to bring in a sense of a gratitude ritual, whether that is just pausing for a moment when you're experiencing joy or you're really appreciating a help of a friend or the kindness of a stranger, and really acknowledging that this is the type of experience you're wanting to experience more. Just this exact moment of peace, joy, and lightness. the importance of remembering to save time for your passions, for these dreams to come through, is that this helps open up that heart chakra. It brings in the reminder that there are just things in life to experience for the joy, and not to always have to be working at something, to always be trying to fix something. So, this is really, really important. It is your job this month to prioritize having fun and playing more. This is how you will support your body in getting out of those stressful states or those worry states when you're having to set hard boundaries, when you're having to trust decisions on setting boundaries with others that you haven't ever set before. So, this is like a very, very important thing to make sure that you stay energized and centered in yourself and remembering what it's all for. It's for joy, it is for these deeper connections, it is for experiencing more. And now, the third theme, and this is the last theme, it is allowing a deepening in all your relationships. So, for this theme, there is some guidance on what the challenges might be that come through for it. Surrendering to the concept that despite how much we love someone, or despite how much we extend our energy to someone, we cannot change their circumstances or how they view themselves. And we have to remember that all we can do is support and love these people in our lives, but we cannot actually change them or fix their problems for them. We can only be support for them. And one of the things that you might see is your desire to surrender relationships where there is an excess amount of drama, and just trusting once again and knowing that you can use your own discernment and know when you can have a conversation with someone and clear up any sort of frictions or any uncertainties or any miscommunications that may have happened. But if you're finding yourself in a lot of drama in certain social cycles or even in partnerships, you, you have done all that you can by addressing it, and there is a need to surrender the desire to see a solution in this connection or in these partnerships, as you have done all that you can on your side, and the rest is up to them. And the guidance coming forward is just that when we try to over communicate or overly fix a connection when the other person is not ready to meet us halfway, that it can actually end up sabotaging the relationship further, creating more stress for you. And all that you can really do is uh, take a moment to regroup and give the situation some breathing room so that you can see clearly what to do, and you give the other person time to respond and decide on their actions that they're going to move forward with. So, the challenge coming through strongly is the desire for everyone to make peace in these situations, in these connections. However, there might not be equal energy put in from these other members. So, guidance for you is to listen to what's going on within yourself, that you are desiring or feeling like you need peace in this connection, and for it to happen in a certain way. And also to just have a good cry, and that often through tears we can get some clarity and an emotional release that we are really needing. So, that being said, in these three themes for this May, a lot of them are crossing over, and you can see how they're all playing off of each other. Learning boundaries, learning to get really honest with yourself, really knowing what's going on, understanding why you've needed to have a certain clarity in your relationships, and maybe even how you've had a lot of drama in some relationships, and just really seeing what patterns are coming up, what behaviors are coming up, that are reoccurring, so that you can be set free from these types of limiting, stressful patterns. also known as cycles that you might have found yourself in certain connections and certain relationships. So that being said, I am just going to end this message here with just talking about some of the physical symptoms that you might notice this month. There is a lot of work being done on the heart chakra, which controls the lungs and the thymus gland. So you might want to do some things to help support your immune system this month and the lungs. Crying actually could be a great way just to relieve any grief that has been stored there, as well as maybe doing some breathwork exercises, just some gentle ones just to help support the lungs, as well as the eyes and nose. If you are prone to allergies, this might be the two parts of your body that you'll notice them more, the eyes and the nose, because the big theme is discernment. In all those three themes, there is like a piece of discernment, learning discernment in relationship, learning how to discern what you're wanting for yourself versus others, learning to discern which dreams are still meant for you and which ones you're ready to release. So your eyes and nose might just experience a little bit more. You also might want to take some support for just getting toxins out of the system. So that could be supporting any organs that help you remove toxins from your body, as well as just taking note that there is also a lot of solar plexus going on this month. So you could want to take some things to support the intestines or the stomach as well. And if you are someone who falls into the overthinking when relationships have more disharmony, you might experience some migraines this month, some odd sleeping patterns, and just general overthinking. So, if you have any meditational practices or any um, modalities that you do to help with that, just know that you might need to reach out to those modalities or to those routines and practices in the month of May while everything is feeling a little dysregulated before it comes into a more regulated state. All right, this is all I have for you. I hope this helps you feel a little more prepared for what's coming your way in May and that you all just have a great month. Remember to embrace that joy and that playfulness. That is your break in May, is to just experience more love and joy.